I want to introduce you to a tool that can meaningfully change how you design and refine your courses, especially if you're sitting on years of notes, transcripts, workshops, and scattered documents. The tool is NotebookLM. In plain language, NotebookLM is Google's AI thinking partner that works from your sources. You upload documents, PDFs, notes, links, transcripts, and it helps you synthesize, outline, and generate materials based specifically on what you provided. It also cites back to you your sources so you can see where ideas are coming from. The big idea here is important. Instead of prompting an AI from scratch and hoping it guesses your expertise correctly, you built a notebook around the materials that are already reflect your thinking, your methods, and your voice. That shift alone changes the quality of what you get back. Now let's talk about what this actually is useful for as a course creator. NotebookLM is particularly strong at turning messy inputs into structured outputs. If you have raw workshop transcripts, coaching call recordings turned into text, long Google Docs full of notes, scattered frameworks, or years of blog posts, it can help you organize that into course outlines, lesson breakdowns, FAQs, and study guides. It can even make quizzes for you. It is also useful for creating variations of the same material for different levels. You can ask it to explain a concept for beginners, then for intermediate students, then for advanced practitioners, all based on the same source material you uploaded. That makes it a powerful internal assistant when you are trying to design learning pathways without reinventing your core ideas. Let me walk you through a practical workflow. Step one is to build one notebook per course or even per module if the course is large. Keep your sources focused. If you upload everything you have ever created into one notebook, the outputs will drift. A tighter source base leads to tighter results. Step two is to upload only what I would call your truth sources first. That includes your existing modules, transcripts from live calls, your proprietary frameworks, worksheets, student FAQs, support tickets, and even past email sequences where you explained concepts clearly. This ensures the AI is grounded in your intellectual property rather than general internet summaries. Step three is to generate the course skeleton. You can ask for a clear course promise, propose module titles, a logical lesson sequence, prerequisites students should have, and even a simple student success path that shows how someone progresses from start to finish. This is where NotebookLM shines because it can see patterns across your documents that you might not notice when everything lives in separate files. Step four is to turn each module into usable lesson assets. For each lesson, you can prompt it to draft a learning outcome, structured talking points, real-world examples and exercises, a checklist, and even a section on common mistakes students make. This not only speeds up creation, it also improves clarity because you are forced to define what the lesson actually accomplishes. Step five is assessment and reinforcement. You can generate short quizzes, reflection prompts, implementation assignments, and troubleshooting guides for moments when students get stuck. This is one of the fastest ways to elevate a course from content delivery to actual learning design. There's also a feature that many creators overlook, which is audio overviews. You can ask NotebookLM to generate an overview of a module based on your uploaded sources and then listen to it. Listening to your own material summarized back to you is a surprisingly effective quality check. You will notice missing transitions, unclear definitions, or places where you assume too much prior knowledge. It becomes a fast gap detection tool before you ever hit record on your final lessons. Now, if you're wondering where you need to upload everything manually, NotebookLM has introduced features that can suggest web sources based on a topic. This can be helpful for research, but I would caution you here. Treat web discovered sources as research inputs, not as the authority for your curriculum unless you personally verify them. Your course should be grounded in your method, not in generic summaries. This brings us to quality control. AI can quickly become generic if you let it. To prevent that, always anchor outputs to your terminology, your frameworks, and your standards. Define what makes your approach distinct. You might even create a short internal checklist that outlines your tone, how you define jargon, and what you will never promise, especially around money or results. Spot check citations inside NotebookLM and rewrite key teaching moments in your own words. That step protects authenticity and ensures accuracy. We also need to touch briefly on privacy. Google positions NotebookLM with privacy controls where uploaded sources stay private unless you share the notebook, and it states that it does not train models on your uploaded data. If you operate within a workspace or enterprise environment, there are additional administrative and security controls available. That said, you should still be thoughtful about uploading client-sensitive information. If something is highly confidential, consider anonymizing it before upload. Let me give you a simple first use case that is low effort and high payoff. Take one messy module. Maybe you have a call transcript, some slides, and a few scattered notes. Upload those into a dedicated notebook. Then, generate a refined module outline, structured lesson titles, a student implementation checklist, a 10-question quiz, and a clear FAQ page. Even that single pass can dramatically tighten your course experience and reduce repetitive support questions. NotebookLM does not replace your expertise. It organizes it, reflects it back to you, and helps you shape it into a clearer learning journey. Used well, it becomes less of a content generator and more of a curriculum design assistant that works from your intellectual property rather than from wild guesses. If you approach it with intention, clear sources, and a strong sense of your own method, it can help you produce courses that are more structured, more coherent, and easier for students to complete successfully. Go ahead and try out NotebookLM. I'm curious to see how that works out for you.